Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Wednesday. Here with your Wednesday reading. So, just a reminder if you want to book your own personal reading with me, please go to queenoflight1111.com. I am going to be working for the next couple of weeks and have some appointments available, so please book ASAP before I go away for the holidays. Um, I again want to thank all of you. I received so many donations to my channel this week. Thank you so much. Thank you for those of you who took part in the Cyber Monday special. That went really, really well. And so thank you all so much again for the support, for your donations, for your generosity, for all of the messages that you take the time to type up, even the really long ones. I read those too. I may not respond, but I read them all. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to communicate with me, share your journey, and share your gratitude. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you so much. I am a little under the weather, but so if I cough or sniffle, just a heads up on that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. But I did want to say thank you so much for all of your support, all of your, generosity, and for really being with me as I have been on this journey with all of you on YouTube since July. So thank you. Also, for those of you, I'm not sure if you guys watched my collaboration video with Laura, the happiness coach. Just wanted to let you guys know that Laura and I are going to hold a very exclusive event here in the San Francisco Bay Area in February, mid-February, early March. We're super excited about it. We talked about it on our collaboration video that we posted yesterday, and definitely want to hear from you guys about what your interest level is, what you might be looking for right now. Kind of the rough agenda is that, we would definitely have an interactive session with all of you. It's going to be limited in seating because we want it that way. We want to make sure that we're able to interact and give everyone a good amount of time to spend with us while we are with you in person. And so, we'll have a little bit of an exchange in the beginning, kind of around the journey, lessons learned. Would love to hear from all of you as well. Also, potentially do some readings and a healing exercise with the group. So let us know what you think about that rough agenda and what your interest level is. So please place that in the comments here in the video. And again, super exclusive. As soon as the launch goes out, in January, the tickets will be first come, first serve. So if you're interested, look out for that and get your seat. Okay. So today I did my typical spread, but I was inclined to check in on a little something else. So this has been a little bit of a challenge. As you guys know, if you watch my Monday reading, it was challenging. I don't think they were communicating. There was a lot of independence of each other going on. And I feel like maybe the doors opened, but in the connection, I feel like the cycle has ended. Okay, the cycle has ended. Something's definitely gone down. It's creating a lot of stress within the couple. People are wanting to walk away again. Eight of Cups comes out a couple of times. Ten of Swords comes out 2 times. So bear with me as we get through this reading. It might be a little difficult, but it's the cycle ending, and I think that's okay, right? I mean, none of us should be so tied to union. This journey is about your own evolution. It is about your own ascension. Your twin is here to trigger you and heal you and launch you into this journey and ascension process. It's not only about union. So, I just feel like this might be the end of a cycle with them. Okay, another end of a cycle, because tower moments have occurred, and so that creates a great deal of realization around the connection and around issues and things that need to be, burnt away with the tower. So I feel like we're coming to the end of the cycle. We've got the Nine of Swords twice, and then we got the Ten of Swords twice. So I just feel like maybe the cycle is completing. So anyway, what I did was head, heart, 3D space for the masculine and the feminine. I got messages from the masculine to the feminine to the masculine, and a message from the universe for the couple. I have 3 cards from the Oracle of Mermaids deck on how the masculine is viewing his feminine. I have current energies, future energies, and then just kind of drive home messages with my Lenormand. And today I wanted to check on where he is, because some of you have said, hey, there's third party situations. And I'm like, okay, I just asked generally, where is he with any third party situation at this time? Okay, I asked that question specifically. So I wanted to get some clarification on that for those of you who have third party issues, okay, with your journey. So I asked for that. Actually, we got Ten of Swords 3 times. So there you go. Let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine is the Hierophant. So he's learning. This is about contracts. This is about lessons. This is about doing the right thing. The Hierophant is about commitments, formalities, traditions. So he is very much in a period of enlightenment, of exploration, of wanting to move into this energy of doing the right thing. Okay, doing the right thing around his commitment, around his contract with the feminine. He's not completely awake yet. He's really not. I think he's starting to continue to be enlightened, but he's just very much still in an energy of, he's trying to figure out what the heck is going on with him and this connection. And, he's still in his ascension process. Okay, so she comes up as, well, lo and behold, Queen of Wands. When the Queen of Wands shows up as the underlying energy, I know that she is done. Okay, when the Queen of Wands comes up, she is independent, she is fiery, she will choose to move on without you. Okay, so she's shown up. This is a dupe card to his 3D space. When I said, what does he want with his feminine? The Queen of Wands showed up in his space, and the Queen of Wands is her. So she's representing herself as the Queen of Wands in this reading today. So let's go ahead and get started. First card that flew out. I always start with the masculine. Ten of Swords. I really do feel like, he may be a little dramatic, but it's because of a lot of things that have happened in this connection. He's like, this connection's over. This relationship is over. And this is in his headspace. In his headspace, he feels like this relationship is done. And it could be the end of the cycle, but for him, I feel like he feels like this relationship is over, and it wants to rush in. He wants to rush in and smooth things over with her. And I say smooth things over because we have Temperance. So I feel like he's like panicked in his headspace. Oh my gosh, this is over. This is over. Ten of Swords. I'm going to lose my feminine. Let me rush in as the Knight of Wands, which has been his old self. Like, he wants to go back to his old self because he's not completely ascended or awake yet. He wants to rush in, swoop in, and, sweep her off her feet again because he's scared that it's over. And so then the Temperance card follows the Knight of Wands. The Temperance card is about like, hold on. There's healing that needs to occur. This relationship is off kilter. So at least he has enough sense to know that this Knight of Wands energy does not work for him. So the last card that came out was Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card of value, but the way that I'm reading this in this lineup is that this has paused him from swooping in as the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance card, because this is patience and this is pause. P and P, patience and pause, because this Knight of Wands doesn't stick around. And so this is his old behavior that she doesn't like, but that he is used to. But he has no choice in his own mind, because remember, this is his headspace, because he's scared that it's over. Okay, he's scared that it's over. So let me swoop back into my old energy, win her back, But no, he's smart enough, at least Temperance comes in to say, hold on, you have to be patient. There are wounds there, so pause that horse. Okay? So that's what we have for his headspace. And that has to do with him and this Hierophant's underlying energy as well, which is like, hey, you got to do the right thing. You've learned. So Knight of Wands doesn't work. For her, you know, we got a few things here. We also have a 10 for her, but we have the 10 of Pentacles. I fully expected her to match his 10 of Swords. But what I'm really getting from this is she's looking at the long term for herself. I don't feel like this is like, I want to build a life with my masculine. I really don't, because she's in the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is independent, fiery. She's a badass. And so I really feel like in her head, she's like, you know what? I'm looking at the 10 of Pentacles. I want things to come together for me in my life. I'm looking at the long term. There are too many secrets in this relationship at this time, or there are too many illusions that are not being communicated by the 8 of Wands, right? It's not being communicated. So she's looking at her long term. She's like, I can't continue to do this over and over again with the 10 of Pentacles, right? She's like, I need to look at the long term, and I need to look at what's going to make me happy. How is everything going to come together in the end? Yes, she would like her masculine to be part of the end game, but with the moon's energy, there are too many illusions. She's done operating in the dark. Communication, yeah, you know, maybe it's there, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal. She's not getting everything that she requires to illuminate this moon's energy. So, death, okay? Death is a much more powerful card than the 10 of Swords. So he's panic mode, like, oh my God, it's over. Let me swoop in as the Knight of Wands. And she's like, you know what? No, this is dead. This relationship is over. This relationship is over. This cycle is over. And I'm done with the secrets. I'm done with the communication that is not ideal. And I don't know that I want to carry this forward into my long-term strategy for my life. So she's in the death's energy, which is this relationship has died. And the only way that it can ever happen where we get into this 10 of Pentacles together is if there's a complete transformation. Remember, she's the Queen of Wands. So when this combination came up, I knew the 10 of Pentacles and death was like, I'm done with the situation. I'm done with the situation. So while I was like, when I was pulling all his cards like I do first, I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen with her? And when she didn't get the 10 of Swords, but I saw her death, I can see the death card there is very much that she's done. She's done. She's not taking this into her holidays. She is not taking this bad toxic energy into the new year. She is choosing herself. She is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so that's that. In the heart space, Queen of Pentacles, Empress, 6 of Cups, and the Chariot. So in his heart space, you know, he's like, she's my Queen of Pentacles, someone that I could build a life with, right? That's why he wants to swoop in, because he's known she's going to be the one that gets away. He knows that she's going to be the one that got away. And he's not going to find anybody like her. Why? Because she comes up as the Queen of Pentacles, this is Earth sign, with the Empress right after. So what I'm getting is, he sees her as a successful person. He sees her as a mother, a nurturer, a queen who has all of her pentacles together. He sees her as someone that he wants to be able to create with. And he is nostalgic with the 6 of Cups over that. And he's like, I want to move this forward. I want to move this forward. That's why in his headspace, he's like, Knight of Wands, I'm used to that. Let me try that energy. And it's like, no. You know, thank God that the Hierophant is his underlying energy, and that Temperance came up, because he cannot swoop in. If he swoops in and he does this to her again, I'm telling you, it's going to be like the worst thing. So, you know, he sees her in his heart as someone who is nurturing, who is successful, who could be a good mother. The Empress is the queen. This is a divine feminine in the 3D. He sees her as the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. He wants to create something with her. And with the 6 of Cups is about reunion. He wants to reunite. Remember, Knight of Wands, he's scared it's over. He wants to come back. And he wants to get on this Chariot, boy, and move this forward. The Chariot comes up as a dupe in her message to him, okay, in the 3D message from the feminine to the masculine. So, you know, in the heart space, he sees that she's everything that he's ever wanted. In his heart space, he knows he wants to create. Six of Cups is also about children, right? This is about, you know, not only soul connections, divine connections, reunions, but this is also about potentially children. And so when it comes up with the Empress, it's like, and the Queen of Pentacles, it's like he knows he wants to be able to create a family. He wants to create a life with her, and he wants to get it going with this Chariot's energy in his heart. That's why when I saw that Ten of Swords with the Knight of Wands, it's like, whoa, he's scared that it's over. The other thing that I'm just getting intuitively, this Ten of Swords with the Knight of Wands, I feel like because it also has Temperance, is like this cycle, this Knight of Wands cycle needs to end. He knows he can't be this Casanova, this charming guy with just words anymore. That needs to end. That needs to end. So it's not only that he is in fear that the relationship is over, he's also realizing that this Casanova energy needs to end. He needs to heal that with his feminine, okay? Because she reels off of that kind of stuff. She's like, you know, he has maybe been unfaithful or something in the past, and that is a big trigger for her. So now in her heart space, we have more independent energies, okay? More independent energies. So again, Queen of Wands really shows up throughout the reading for her. First card, Nine of Pentacles. She wants to focus on her own money, on her own independence, on her own happiness. 9 is the number of solitude. She is happy to be confident and happy within herself. Why? Because she is the queen, all right? And he sees her as a queen. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to take my money and my things, and I'm going to take care of myself. 9 of Pentacles. Because this relationship is a disappointment to me. 5 of Cups. There's 3 cups that have fallen over. There's 2 cups still behind. But she's looking at all these wounds, all this past stuff, all of the behaviors, everything that's happened in this relationship that has been hurtful and disappointing. And she wants to move away from that because he is not really embodied the King of Swords energy yet, okay? He's really trying to be this leader. Yeah, she believes in him, okay? Let's not get this wrong. I got a comment like, oh, we need to believe in our masculines. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, but not to the extent that it is toxic in your own life. And I'm very, very adamant about that. So for those of you that comment that say, oh, don't leave him, you don't have to leave him. You can send him love. You can send him positivity. But if he is in your life creating havoc, that does not serve you. You are not a queen then. You are not his savior, okay? Choose yourself. Walk away from toxic behavior. Sorry, I get fired up when I get comments like that. It's just like, you know what? Don't watch me because I'm all about empowering the masculine and the feminine, but I'm about empowering them to healthy relationships. I coach a lot of masculines too. And if the relationship becomes toxic, separation is sometimes essential to save yourselves from creating more wounds, okay, within each other. I'm telling you, sometimes it's essential. So anyway, what I'm saying is she chose herself. She wants to be happy. She wants to walk away from this toxic relationship at this time, right? He's not completely awake. She doesn't need to be around for his full transformation. She doesn't, because he's not operating in his King of Swords energy right now. He's not fully there, okay? And I'm saying he's not fully there because we have the 8 of Cups right after. 8 of Cups is the dupe card in the future energies, okay? And so she wants to move away from someone who is not full of integrity, who is not stable, who can sometimes be ruthless with his words. And so she's done. She's done with that type of behavior, okay? He's operating in the shadow aspect of the King of Swords at this time, and she's walking away from that energy. She's not having it. So in the 3D space, what does he want? He wants to be the King of Cups. He wants to be emotionally balanced, emotionally mature. He wants to do right by her. So in the meantime, this relationship is at a pause with the Hanged Man. And it's because he is enlightening himself at this time. He knows with the Justice card, he needs to apologize to her. He knows he needs to set things right with her. He knows he needs to balance the scales with her. And who is her? Queen of Wands. Lo and behold, Queen of Wands. Stand in this energy and he will do right by you, okay? If you keep going back and giving in, you are stopping his progress. You think you're helping, you are not helping. In her 3D space, we have the Three of Wands, right? Remember, Three of Wands has come out for her before. She's sent the message out there about what it is that she wants with her masculine. And she's, she hasn't gotten it back yet. She hasn't received a response yet. So because he's procrastinated. She's like, I'm confused. What do you want? You haven't come back with your answer. You're procrastinating. And here we have Knight of Wands because you're still in this energy in the 3D. It's a match to his headspace. And that gives me anxiety and that makes me feel insecure with the Nine of Swords. And she's done. The Queen of Wands is not an insecure queen, okay? She's independent, she's strong, she's fiery, she knows what she wants, and she's happy to be this Nine of Pentacles, single and fabulous person. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna go top down, and then I'm gonna move to the other cards. Top down. Scared it's over. Ten of Swords with his Queen of Pentacles. So he's trying to figure out how to be an emotionally mature man to win her back. Okay? We have Knight of Wands, Empress, the Hanged Man. He knows, he's been enlightened that this type of Knight of Wands behavior does not work with the Queen. It doesn't work with the Queen. You cannot swoop in and swoop out of her life. That energy, she is beyond that now. He knows there's healing that's required. Things need to be put into balance. Patience is required. He's nostalgic. He wants to come back. He wants to reunite, but he knows that he must balance the scales with her with the Justice card. So at this time, he's paused this relationship from moving forward with his queen. Okay? He wants to move it forward, but it is at a standstill at this time. All right, for her. She's planning for the long term. Oh, it works out just how I said it. She's planning for the long term with her own pentacles, with her own independence. She's put it out there. If he's not going to manifest that with her as a teammate, as a twin, as a partner, she's happy to create this Ten of Pentacles on her own. Well, look at how that worked out, huh? It's true. I channeled that right away when I saw that. She's happy to create the Ten of Pentacles on her own. She's given him the opportunity by putting it out there. He has not come forward, okay? Too many illusions, too many masks, too many secrets. That's why we have the Five of Cups, and that's why we have confusion. That's pretty simple. She wants communication, honest communication, not this swooping in energy like the Knight of Wands. She doesn't want that. Don't swoop in. Be a king of swords, speak your truth, and then we can move forward. This relationship is over. She is walking away from the anxiety that this relationship causes her. I'm telling you, I'm getting it super strong. She's not, twin, label it what you want, okay? Label it what you want. But if you are not happy, if you start to have physical symptoms, if you start to become almost disabled in a way from participating in your life because of this connection. I don't care what kind of connection it is. It is not serving you. And I'm so proud that this feminine here realizes that, hey, she can make her own dreams come true. With the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, she can make her own dreams come true, and she's walking away from toxic behavior. She's ending it. She's choosing this Death card, that this relationship is dead for me the way that it is at this time. I'm not going to participate in anything toxic anymore. I gave you an opportunity to come forward, to be my partner, and if you're not going to take it, well, I'm going to manifest my own dreams. She is her own magician. Let's go into how is the masculine. No, 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 I don't want to do that. I want to do message from the masculine to the feminine, feminine to the masculine, and then the message from the universe. So his message is Queen of Air. Queen of Air shows up in the future energies. Here's what I really got from this. Okay, look what it says: independent, experienced, realistic, witty, clearing away all that no longer serves you. He's not only seeing you as this nurture queen, mother, successful woman, but also independent, fiery, attractive queen. He's also this is what he really holds on to, is when you lash or when you cut with your sword, okay, with your words. This is what his message to you, what I got intuitively, is when you stand in this Queen of Swords energy, it's because he's not confident and he doesn't have great self-esteem yet. I just feel like he's saying when you're in this Queen of Swords energy, it's very difficult for him to become vulnerable, okay? Difficult for him to be vulnerable. I'm not saying change. All I'm saying is this is his message to you, okay? He's saying that he knows that you're clearing away things that no longer serve you, right? Just like you are. You're walking away, 8 of Cups, because this relationship is no longer serving you, okay? He is telling you he knows that you're doing that you're cutting this relationship away because it no longer serves you. That's why he's in the 10 of Swords. What's your message? Feminine's message, Chariot. Self-discipline and willpower, an important achievement. Chariot, remember, came up in his heart space. But what she's saying is, hey, I have self-discipline now. I have the willpower now to stay away from a connection that I don't care what you want to call it, that doesn't serve me. I have the willpower and the discipline to do that. She has been on this journey long enough that she knows that this relationship is not serving her in the way that it is today. So the universe says what? 10 of Air. 10 of Swords from the universe. Matches his 10 of Swords. And it matches the 10 of Swords that comes out in the 3D space. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. So the universe is saying to this couple that this is a cycle, okay? So while she's like, hey, I'm going to walk away, I think she still should follow her path. And while he's scared that it's over, he's still going through his ascension. The universe is saying that this is the end of this very, very difficult cycle you've been, divine masculine and feminine. This is the end of the difficult situation. Embrace the changes that are occurring now, okay? Her going into her independence, him continuing to ascend, embrace those changes. This is the end of that cycle. Okay, so that's what the universe is saying. The universe is like, you know, she's like, I'm moving forward. He's like, I know you're cutting me out. And the universe is saying, yeah, embrace the change. Embrace the end. Let go gracefully. Let go gracefully. All right. How is the masculine viewing the feminine? I used, let me tell you real quick. Bottom of the deck for this was 7 of Water. This is about, it's a complex decision. This is procrastination. 7 of Cups came up in her 3D space. It's about maybe people are resisting the end. Don't resist it. Embrace it. Embrace the end of this cycle. You don't want this cycle anymore, okay? Bottom of the deck for the masculine on how he's viewing his feminine, freedom. She is, remember, Queen of Air, okay? Queen of Air. She's clearing away things that don't serve her. Bottom of the deck for how he is viewing her, freedom, independent, self-determined, very, very much Queen of Wands energy. So and the Queen of Wands came up in his 3D space. So he's telling you, I see you as a free person. I see you as independent. You are determined. You're fiery. You are confident. That's how he's seeing her. First card out was telepathy. That even though we may not be communicating ideally, right? Remember 8 of Wands, she's like, this communication is not ideal. He is you know, having telepathy with her. So if you're getting messages from your masculine, dreams, you know, if you get messages through signs, he's communicating with you. That's what he's saying. He's also saying that we are going through a cycle. Farewell to the moon. Okay, the moon, these secrets came up in her headspace. He's saying, when he's viewing her, it's like he wants to say farewell to the illusion, farewell to this cycle that the universe is even saying the cycle is over. Okay, and this very much goes with this 3D stuff, which is like, I want to end the cycle of where I don't tell you stuff. I want to end the cycle where there's an illusion. I want to end this cycle of secrets. He wants to end this cycle. And maybe that's what he's telling you telepathically, okay? And then he's telling you that he's yearning for you. Says longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. He's pining for you, right? Remember, in the Ten of Swords, he's scared that it's over, so he wants to swoop in. He's yearning for you. He's telling you he doesn't like this, what's happening at this time. He knows the cycle must end, but he yearns for you and he longs for you and he pines for you. That's how he's viewing you today. But he sees you as so independent, which makes it hard for him to be vulnerable because he's not truly in his king power. All right, I want to go to third party energies and then we'll go into current connection, future, and Lenormand. So check this out, okay? I was like, whoa. I only wanted 5, but 6 came out and I took it because it told me a very clear story. Okay, bottom of the deck for him is the Fool. Okay, this is new beginnings for him. This is the new beginnings with his third party energy. And that doesn't mean he's going to start a new beginning with a third party. What I said, hey, what's the third party situation with this masculine? Well, he has been working very hard, 8 of Pentacles, working very hard at what? The death of his ego self. Do you see here? This is the warrior, the masculine, looking at all of the swords in his armor, and that moon is dark in the back. This is the death of this third party, 3 of Cups. The death of this third party energy. Oh my God, I was like almost freaked out when I saw this, and it ended here, but I wanted a little bit more, so I got 3 more cards. So he's been working very hard to end this third party energy. Remember, he's in the Hierophant's energy. He's learned lessons. He wants to do right. He understands that the Knight of Wands energy is not what he wants to do. He wants to end the cycle with the Ten of Swords of this Knight of Wands energy where he is a player. He has game. He knows how to talk. He knows how to reel women in. Like, he wants to end that cycle, and he knows that that needs to be healed with the Temperance card. He doesn't want to do that to her anymore. So he's worked hard at killing that part of himself. 10 of Swords. This is even more why it makes sense to me. 10 of Swords here matches the 10 of Swords in the third party with this Knight of Wands energy. So 10 of Swords. Sorry, I get super excited when I keep getting more of these epiphanies, as he's worked hard to kill this part of himself where he cheats, where he plays, where he is careless, where he partakes in third party energies. He's worked very, very hard to kill himself of that. Okay, not kill himself of that, but like kill that ego shadow side of himself. Why? Because he's recognized his twin soul. This is the 2 of Cups. He's recognized his twin soul. Knight of Swords. He wants to move forward now to her after this realization and be this emperor, because this side of the vice versa, this is about, this emperor is thinking about his legacy. This emperor is thinking about, what does he want to leave behind? What does he want to leave behind? A ton of girls as a trail? No. He wants to leave behind some sort of legacy that he's proud of. And that could be family, that could be his career, that could be, many things, okay? He's very much looking at his future, at his legacy. He wants to leave behind a legacy. So with this third party energy, he's worked hard at this ego death and really ending the cycle of third parties, because he's recognized his twin soul. He wants to move forward in truth and be the emperor and leave behind a legacy. That really, really goes with this heart space. Remember, he sees her as a successful woman, mother, wife. He wants to create children, and he wants to move it forward. So this third party energy has been helpful, okay, to him in realizing that This is not what he wants. It is not fulfilling. It is not satisfying to him. He is excuse me, he's not happy. It does not feed his soul. It does not feed his soul. So he very much wants to end that type of behavior. He wants to end it. It doesn't work for him anymore. All right. And this is probably, maybe if he hasn't completely ended this, excuse me, third party energy yet, it's something that he's working on. Okay. Remember, he's not completely awake, hasn't completely ascended. But I will tell you that the cards are saying that he wants to end that cycle. He wants to end the cycle of the third party energies. And he's worked very hard at it because he's recognized this connection. Okay. So current connective energies, where are we? Oh my God, I don't feel well. Sorry. Did I just say that out loud? Okay. Current connective energy, 4 of Wands. You know, whenever these things come up for the connective, I'm like, well, how do we get here? 4 of Wands. What I really feel like is this is what they both want. They want something stable. They want some sort of commitment. They want to build something strong, okay? But this conflict, 5 of Swords, keeps getting in the way. They continue to battle because they're not working as a team. 3 of Pentacles, they're not working as a team right now. So judgment, renewal, rebirth. Things need to die and be reborn. They're also evaluating this connection at this time. Does it work for them? Does it not? And that's really what she's doing. She's like, this isn't working for me. We're not working as a team. There's too much conflict. We're not able to build this 4 of Wands. It's shaky ground. 9 of Swords, shaky ground, insecure. This relationship is unstable. It creates people anxiety. It gives people, sleepless nights. People feel insecure. You can't have a 9 of Swords and a 4 of Wands. You can't build something stable with the 9 of Swords energy. And this was in her space. And so I asked for clarification. What's this 9 of Swords? We got 4 of Swords. You know, people are really thinking, evaluating, healing at this time. So retreat is important. So while they may not be talking consistently, it is okay for them not to communicate all the time. Healing needs to be done. Future energies. Future energies, 4 of Cups. I had this the other day, right? Where she's looking at this three cups, but we don't see this Ace of Cups in the back, right? We're only focused so much on all the things that haven't worked out. So this is the energy that they continue to be in the future until the Emperor becomes the Emperor, until the masculine becomes the divine masculine, which is part of this third party journey that he's going through right now, which is, remember, he is ending this, he's going through this cycle, having this ego death, okay? So that he can be the Emperor. So in the future, this wasn't working. People didn't feel fulfilled. They didn't feel whole. They have empty cups. They're not satisfied. They're bored. But then he turns into the Emperor and there's success and the sun shines. Okay, the sun shines. There's a knight that comes forward with the cup of love, but then they move away. And and I was like, whoa, how do you have all this? And then all of a sudden we're moving away from something, walking away from something. 8 of Cups. So I asked the universe, please share with me, what is this? What are we moving away from? Well, the Queen of Swords. So this came up as a dupe, remember, about why, she's cutting him away. So a couple of things I'm really getting. What I really got from this is I don't feel like she's going to walk away from the connection. I feel like she's going to hone this energy because this energy is very difficult for this masculine to relate to. And especially when she's embodying all of the queens, she's going to cut this, hone the energy of this connection. And I feel like that's what I'm getting. It could also honestly be that she cuts the connection. She cuts the cord on the connection, but I just didn't see it that way because when I have that, there was this dissatisfaction, the Emperor becomes the Emperor, the masculine morphs into this Emperor in the future, and the sun shines and the cup of love comes. What I really felt like was she will walk away from the Queen of Swords because she won't have to be in that cutting energy anymore in the future. She won't have to be that because he has changed into the Emperor. So that's why I didn't feel like she was going to cut him out. So here are the final messages. Bottom of the deck for the connective and future, Knight of Pentacles. They're going to work hard, right? This is about analysis, thoughtful, being thoughtful about your next move. It's slow energy. This may take some time. And so she's kind of like, I don't know if I have all this time to take around this connection. I'm going to start focusing on myself. He needs to completely heal, and then we can go from there. So the bottom of the deck for the Lenormand, the snake. This is this deceptive moon cheating Knight of Wands behavior. Okay, moon, Knight of Wands gives her stress. This whole 3 of Cups, 10 of Swords, like this, what this universe is telling us with this drive home messages is that these drive home messages have to do with his manipulative and cheating and deceptive behavior. Okay, sorry, that's what it is. I didn't plant it. It is what it is. So until he curbs this third party energy and morphs into the Emperor, we're still dealing with the snake. So the ship is about moving forward into a happy journey. The Rider is about moving forward as well. But this is about taking knowledge lightly. Okay, knowledge, we have the book. This is about taking knowledge lightly. Like he's not really taking this knowledge and these secrets, you know, that he's not really, it's almost like it's this carefree energy about this, right? It's just like, yeah, I want to move forward, but I'm taking this lightly. I'm just kind of not really, yeah, you know, I'm not really going to partake in anybody's cup. You know, I'm going to still stay in the Knight of Wands energy. This is very much that, you know, there is this desire to move forward, but when this Clover comes up with knowledge, it's like he takes it lightly. He takes these secrets lightly, okay? But I will tell you, the last card is the Sun. He will be victorious. Then remember, the Sun came out right after the Emperor. He will be victorious. He will be. But I just don't know how much time it's going to take, guys. I really just don't know how much time it's going to take. And that's why choosing yourself on this journey is never a wrong decision. Choose yourself all day, every day, and know that the universe has your back. And if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, hey, you have grown, you have evolved, you have the ability to manifest and create your own 10 of Pentacles. All right, if you're interested in your own personal reading, remember, go to my website, queenoflight1111.com. Have a great Wednesday, everybody. Bye-bye.